Okay, today we're going to look at how to find volume of prisms and cylinders, just like the title says. So we're going to be looking at this formula under volume, titled prism or cylinder, which is V equals big B times H. So let's get into it. So the first shape we're going to look at is a rectangular prism. So it comes up pretty often. This rectangular prism could represent anything. It could be a box of cereal, a box of boxes, a box of anything, a box of tissues, or it could even be a happy little hamster cage with a hamster wheel. Okay, this is a really bad hamster wheel. It's gotta... You know what? Forget the hamster wheel. This was a bad idea. Imagine yourself there's a hamster wheel here. Okay, volume. Formula for volume, V equals big B times H. We need to remember that big B represents the area of the base. So anytime we look at a shape, we have to consider what is our base and what are its dimensions. So in this case, since it's a rectangular prism, that's sort of the giveaway that our base is a rectangle. So we can pick any of these rectangles to be our base. I'm going to use the top and the bottom just to keep it simple. And so we're going to find the area of this. So I'm going to draw it out separately just so I don't get confused. So here's my base rectangle. I know the sides are 10 and this side here is 4. So we're looking for the area of that rectangle. If you forget, you can look at your chart. Area of a rectangle, we have a formula right here. Is base times height. Little b just means it's one side of the rectangle. In this case, we can call it 10 and the height of 4. So we can say that our area of our base is going to be 10 times 4, which is just 40. So we can take this area and replace it with big B right here. So big B is going to be 40. The second part we need is this H here. Now this is going to be a little bit confusing because we just had H down here and now we have H up here. But these stand for two different things. Our H down here was the height of just the base, just this one little rectangle. But when we talk about the volume's height, we're talking about the height of the entire shape. So this time we're talking about this height here. And really you can think of it as the space or the distance between our two bases. So that would be any of these lengths here, which all happen to be 5. So the height of the prism is 5. So now to find the volume, we just multiply them together. 40 times 5 is 200. Okay, and we didn't put any units on here. We can call this inches, inches, and inches. And anytime we talk about volume, it's always in that unit cubed because it's in 3 dimensions, so it gets to be to the 3rd power. All right, say goodbye, hamster. Okay, number 2. So another example you might see is with fractions, and you say, oh no, it's fractions, but really it's not so bad. Okay, so we have another rectangular prism. Our volume is still big B times H. B is still the area of the base. And what kind of shape is this? This could be it's a fish tank. You guessed right. And it's got little seaweeds. And it's got one of those cool castles. Yeah, looking all castle-y. Okay, and also bubbles. What we're doing? Okay, volume. So we find the base. Our base is a rectangle. We can call it this rectangle right here, which would also be the same as this top one. So I'm just going to draw it out separately so I can see it. And this one, our dimensions are, we have 3/8 and we have 1/2. So how are we going to find the area of that? Again, if you forgot, here's our formula. Rectangle still base times height. So big B, this area is going to be the base times the height. We just take two numbers from our rectangle, 3/8 times 1/2. To remember how to multiply fractions, we just go straight across. So we say 3 times 1 is 3. 8 times 2 is 16. So the area of our base is going to be 3/16. So we're going to take this value of big B and we're going to bring it back up into our formula for volume. So we're going to say big B is 3/16. And we're going to multiply that by what? That's right, the height of the entire prism, not the height of the base. We don't care about that anymore. We're done with the base. Now we care about the height of the entire prism, which is this side right here. It's really difficult for some reason for me to draw up and down lines. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I swear. It's in here somewhere. Bam! Look at that straight line. Okay, 3/4 is the height. So we're going to fill in height is 3/4. Again, we're just multiplying. So we're going to go straight across. So 3 times 3 is 9. 16 times 4. If you don't know it, you can work it out. If you do know it, you would know the answer by now. This is 64. So what is our volume here? Our volume is 9/64. So when we talk about fractions, the numbers can look a little bit ugly. We might have to simplify this. This one we can't simplify, but the numbers you might get on any question might involve simplifying. So be prepared for that. But it's not that bad. It's still just multiplying numbers together. Okay? Alright, our next shape is a triangular prism. This is a little bit different, a little bit more complicated, but we're gonna make this work. So our volume is still area of the base times the height. And a triangular prism, that could be anything. It could even be a sweet ramp to jump off of. Yeah, look at this guy, so cool. I don't know. This one, to tell us a triangular prism, we can look, well, there's 3 rectangles, but we can't have 3 bases, so we look at the other shape we have. We have 2 triangles here, and these triangles happen to be congruent and parallel to each other, so they get to be the bases. So our base is going to be a triangle. So I'm just going to draw it out again separately so I can see it better. And it's a right triangle, so we could actually determine our missing length here, but we have sides of 9 and 12. And we should know this is 15. I hope you know that. Please know that. We're going to find the area of that. So we need the area of a triangle. So we look back at our chart, and we see area of a triangle is 1/2 of the base times the height. So a little bit more involved than rectangles, but not so bad. Remember, our base and height have to be connected at a right angle. Oh, look at this. We have a convenient right angle here, so we can say our base is 12, our height is 9, and we want half of that. So we can say half of 12 is 6, and then 9 times 6 is 54. So we can say the area of our base triangle is equal to 54. So we can bring this back up to our formula for volume. Alright, now we just need to multiply it by the height of the prism. And here we see the shortcomings of using height as one of our descriptions, because this thing is now faced sideways, so our height actually goes from left to right. Which is why really we try to think of the height as really just being the distance between the two bases. What are these links that connect one base to the other? In this case, it is indeed 18. Those are some numbers. Okay, so we're going to multiply this out. 54, 18. 4 times 8 is 32. 5 times 8 is 40. Plus 3 is 43. Bring down to 0. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 5 is 5. Add them up, we get 972. Hopefully, let me check. Sometimes my math's not so good. 54 times 18. Bam. Okay, 972. Very good. So our volume is 972. This is centimeters. Since it's still volume, still three-dimensional, still cubes. There you go. There's an answer. So just a little bit more work to do triangular prisms, like one extra step. Not so bad though. Okay? Let's try another one. That doesn't give us a right triangle. And this is sleeping bag looking thing. And what's happening with our sleeping bag? Oh no, it's being attacked by a bear. But maybe it'll be saved by another bear. A dancing bear who wants to pet the number 4. Alright, cool. That's awesome. So, what? Why bears? Why bears? I don't know. Volume, still area of the base times the height. Our base is still going to be, if we look at it, this shape is made up. We have 1, 2, 3 rectangles and 2 triangles. These 2 triangles happen to be the same size, and they are parallel to each other. So guess what? They get to be the bases. So I probably don't need to draw this one out, but I'm going to do it anyway. Here's my triangle. And side of 3, 4, and 4. So we want the area of this. So our formula for area of a triangle is still 1/2 base times height. This one here, it gives us 3 numbers. We only need 2 of them. So we look which 2 of our sides are connected with a right angle. Well, this 4 over here is not connected to a right angle, so I don't care about this. We do have 3 and 4 connected at a right angle, so we're going to use that as our base and height. So our base is going to be 4. Our height is going to be 3. I'm writing tiny for some reason. Okay, half of 4 is 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. So we have the area of this triangle. The area of our base is indeed 6 times the height. Height again is just the distance between the 2 bases, which is just going to be 11. So 6 times 11, nice and easy. It's just 66. Our unit is meters. This is going to be meters cubed. Take that, bears. Ha! Alright, no more bears. So we have here, I don't know, this could be like a delicious can of some sort of soft drink. More bears. Alright, this is going to be Bear Coke. Zero. The low-fat substitute to Bear Coke. It tastes so good, it's unbearleavable. Bearleavable. Whatever. Cylinder here. We know it's a cylinder because we have circles, but our formula does not change. It's still area of the base times the height. We have one small difference. We can't use formula for area of a triangle or a rectangle. We have to use area of a, that's right, of a circle. So when we're finding the area of our base, we're going to be talking about circles. So here is our base. Here's our other base. So this area, this big B is going to be pi r² squared. Okay. In 8th grade, we're going to use 3.14 because we're cool. Our radius is 5, so we're going to have 3.14 times 5 squared. Order of operations says we have to do the exponent first, so 5 squared is 25 times 3.14. We're going to multiply that out, and we're going to work really hard multiplying this out. Yes, we are. Calculating as hard as I can. 78.5. I knew that. So, yeah, sorry. A little lazy. I want to get through this a little bit quicker so you don't have to sit through as much. This is 78.5. That is the area of our base. So we're going to substitute that in right here. Times the height of this shape. Again, nothing changed. Hopefully this is getting like really repetitive and you won't forget this forever. Don't forget Bear Coke. Don't make him sad. Don't make one of the ingredients of Bear Coke Zero be bear tears. Nobody wants that. This height here of the entire cylinder is 12. So we just need to multiply 78.5 times 12. I don't know why I closed my calculator. So 78.5 times 12 is, wow, a really nice even number, 942. Just like I planned it. So our volume here is 942. No units on this one, we'll just call it units cubed. Why we use volume? This would tell us that there are 942 units of Bear Coke Zero in our can. That's a lot of Bear Coke. Okay, almost done. One more. Let's look at a really special case. I don't think there's any pictures on this one. No. Imagine your own animal here. Imagine it right in the middle of this with purple on the bottom. Okay. We want to know what is the volume of this. We said this is a special case because it doesn't tell us anything about the side links on the bottom, but it tells us the area of the bottom. And if you see this, you should think, yes, this is the best problem ever. Why is this the best problem ever? Because if it tells you the area of the base, you've already done most of the problem. If it says the area of this base is 30, that means big B is just 30. And all you have to do is take that number and multiply it by whatever the height is of your shape, which in this case is 5. So all we have to do to find this volume is just what's 30 times 5. This volume is just 150. So if they give you the area of the base, don't overthink it. Just say, oh, that's the area of the base. That's big B. I'm almost done. And be happy you have it. Okay? So there's all sorts of different examples. I'm going to put some links up for where you can practice. So hopefully you will practice. Hopefully you'll come to tutoring on Monday with questions, because that's the best we can do for right now. Alright. Bye. Like, comment, subscribe, and then I'll say bye.